The Trade-Off Podcast, episode 4, your weekly dose and kick up the arse of motivation and discipline. My name is Ryan.
And I'm Alex. Back again.
We are back. Back again.
Shady's back.
Tell a friend. I was waiting for that.
That's how fucking old we are.
That's how old we are. Right, technology. Been thinking about this a lot. And the more and more I walk down the street, the more and more I see things that have disappeared. One in which is...
Well, you don't see them if they've disappeared.
Well, I see that it's now gone.
Touché.
Phone booths. Phone booths are gone. Why? Because technology, mobile phones. Boom. Simple. Replaced them. They're now out of business. So all those 10p and 20p pieces have now gone.
Go out of business.
Why? Because mobile phones. Did they see it coming? Could they have done something about it? Maybe they could have done something about it. I don't know. But moral of the story here is things are being replaced right now, all around us, every single day because of technology. And I want to know what you're doing about it. Because are you in a position, are you in a job where you could be replaced? So, for example, a very easy one, it's just come to mind. If you work at a checkout in a supermarket right now, no doubt, if you look to your left, what are you going to see?
Robots.
Robots, self-service checkouts with AI screens that scan people's faces so they can't steal, making it more reliability, which means most likely every year you're now going to keep seeing more and more self-service checkouts be installed in your supermarket, which means they have to make room for them. How are they going to make room for them? Moving the old conveyor belt checkouts, which you're sat on, which means your job is at stake. So you need to look at these things. Think, how can I avoid that? How can I embrace technology so my job isn't at stake? Well, maybe if you're on a checkout, you could learn how to use the self-service checkout and you become a self-service checkout manager because there's always one person there managing them, right?
Yeah. And if you work at a checkout or a supermarket chain, there are many to choose from. We're not sponsored by any, so
No.
unless Tesco's want to send us some free food, then fuck
I
them.
actually shop at Sainsbury's, just saying.
Got too much money, he has. No, I do too.
No, it's the
Self-scan.
It's the M&S people. They've got too much money.
Oh, mate. And what's the other one? Ocado.
Ocado,
If you shop at Ocado, you shouldn't be listening to this podcast. You've got too much money. You don't need us.
You don't need us.
Right? But when you work at the supermarket, right, and this is so true, and if anyone's experienced anything different, then I'll be amazed. When you need something from someone at a supermarket, like, oh, you want to get something from behind the till or whatever, and you need to ask someone to get something, have you ever seen anyone more angry at having to do their job? They huff, they roll their eyes. It's like, and then you're going to wonder in 10 years' time, well, not even 10, 3, why your job doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Because you've been replaced by a robot that doesn't give me fucking back chat.
It does give me back chat.
Yeah. Arnold tried to warn us all, didn't he? The robots are coming.
Robots
no
are
one
coming,
fucking listened, did they? They thought it was just a film.
You not seen Terminator?
Terminator 2 is the best.
The T-1000? Once he turned up, mate, it was game over.
That was it, mate.
Mate, Skynet, and he took us all down. But there's a very good moral to that film as well. Because technology, it is, I would say, more so the AI side, right? It's self-learning, which, as long as it stays under control, is obviously good for humans. Because we've then built something which can actually work harder and smarter than us. So humans can now build stuff which can work things out quicker than us. It's actually quite a crazy concept. But that's why now we are seeing things move so quickly. Things are moving so fast because we're finding solutions quicker, we can build them quicker, and then of course we can implement them quicker because of technology. So you've got to look at your job, your business, what is it you're doing right now, and how can you leverage technology to help you? We've done this in a trading space. So in a trading space, if you're a manual trader, you want to create a manual trading strategy, this could take a very lengthy amount of time. It could even take years.
It took me about 3 years
There you go.
to make a strategy. The strategy started off as a kind of collection of kind of confluences before it moved into a solid plan. Before that solid plan was then live tested over years, which I then checked the data, refined it, made it better again, until it was consistent over different market cycles. Because anyone can find a strategy that's consistent in one market cycle. We see it all the time, don't we?
See it all the time,
Someone's successful for 3 months and they become a fucking Instagram trader and they're selling signals and then they disappear 3 months later. Why? The market cycle changed. They didn't have a fucking clue how to trade.
So we
they just had a specific niche that they could trade and they disappear. Longevity in the trading game is what you need, and that comes from understanding vast amounts of data.
And getting access to that data in the best way possible.
Quickest.
So the system that we use, NextGen, can analyze data, boom, in 10 to 15 seconds.
For a whole year.
So you've got all your data done, quick as that. You can make one change, boom, analyze it again. Another change, boom, analyze it again. So now you're getting all the data and information that you could possibly need within 10, 15 seconds. So it's never going to be instant, right?
No.
But it's pretty damn close. Now, compared to a human going through and looking at every single trade over a year, this is going to take a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
And then you've got human discretion. So you say, well, I maybe would have took that trade, I wouldn't have taken that trade. When humans are looking over trading data, they like to see everything that did work and not the stuff that didn't work, because they want their trading strategy to be the best, right? With a software, it's not going to do that. It's going to tell you black and white,
Impartial.
this was fucking shit, or this was actually fantastic. So there's no bias there whatsoever with technology. So this is great. Bang, we're now getting the right information that we need. We can then create strategies which are more bespoke to me, the way that I like to trade, and my kind of risk profile as a trader, which is what we're seeing at the moment. Like Alex, he has a different way that he sees the market to how I see the market. He's got a more of a different risk appetite to what I have. Every single trader is unique in how they perceive the markets, which is why software is fantastic, because it can create strategies for you, how you see the markets, which is why we're seeing some normal traders be successful, exactly like we've seen this morning. What did we see this morning, Alex?
Well, one of our guys took over 20k, but he was in drawdown, so 15k profit.
15k profit.
And I'll put that down here somewhere.
Whilst he was sleeping.
And all the others around.
And yeah, there must have been maybe upwards of 10, 15, 20 traders easily. I haven't gone through and added it all up.
50k, surely, I reckon.
Oh, massively, easy.
Easy.
This was overnight. So what can technology do? It can work while we're sleeping. In any niche, pretty much. It can work while we're sleeping. So for us as traders, we can only trade manually while we're awake. We can't be asleep and place trades. It just doesn't happen, right? You can't do that. But if you're using technology, it can trade the sessions that you can't trade because you're sleeping. So we all woke up this morning. What did we see? A massive storm of traders all coming in saying, I can't believe how much money I made whilst I was sleeping. This is the benefit of technology. We've leveraged it. We've implemented it. We're making the most of it. We can see the gap that needs to be filled.
Yeah, 100%.
Every business is doing it right now. Every business is leveraging technology because it's a no-brainer. So you need to think, what is it that I'm doing right now where I can leverage technology? And you may be thinking, oh yeah, but I'm a window cleaner, right? I can't leverage technology. Yes, you can. Mm-hmm. How are you currently taking your payments? Are you still taking them cash? You still getting people to leave it under the doormat for you? What's going on? You still got to go around at night knocking doors till 10 p.m. to get your money? If you are, you need to be leveraging technology because you can set them all up with direct debits, can't you?
Yeah.
All direct debits, all set up. You can have a system which says
recurring invoices,
who's paid, who hasn't paid, recurring invoices, get them set up on a subscription platform like Stripe, loads of stuff that you can do. Then guess what? You've now got their email addresses. You've got all their phone numbers. You can now send them an email. Special summer offer. We now do gutter cleaning. Boom, send it out.
Yeah.
Use MailChimp. You just send all your customers one email in one hit, one click of a button, done. Leveraging technology, there you go. Now guess what? Them emailing you back. Actually, yeah, we need our gutters clean. How much will that be, sir? Boom. Guess what? You've now got another job for this summer. You can now take on another van. You can now take on an apprentice. You can now get him out throughout the summer months only while he's away from college, school, university, whatever it may be. Job done. You've now made more money throughout the year. Why? Because you leverage technology.
I think it's important to say, right, we talk from experience because we used to, well, we trialled it. We didn't do it for very long. We actually trialled one of us taking a night shift, didn't we?
Yeah.
Many years ago.
Oh my God, yes.
Trading the Asia session.
Fucking hell. That was hard to stay awake for though.
It was.
And it fucked you next day.
And we both had young kids, so it was a fucking stupid idea. So,
oh my God, this is so long ago.
Well, every other day, one of us would stay up. So we'd go to sleep in the evening and get up about midnight and then trade overnight. Well, the other one was sleeping. Then the other one would get up in the day and trade. The same strategy. So we were on the same page, but we actually did that.
Yeah.
We actually did that. And instead, we've embraced something like this.
It was defeating because if you didn't catch a trade in the Asia session, you'd stayed up all night and nothing happened. Manual trading conferences, I've stayed up for nothing.
Yeah.
That's literally what it felt like.
And then the one night that you might nod off,
you know what happens.
You fucking miss it.
You miss it. That's why now technology, you do it for us. I get to sleep, mate. Get to sleep, get to chill. Technology trading for me. Look, we're telling you this because this is the niche that we're in. We've embraced technology in our niche. You can embrace it in your niche too. You need to think fast. If you're not sure about what you can do right now, because the future is here, it's here right now.
Yeah, it's here now. It's happening now as we speak.
Get on ChatGPT. That will come up with all sorts of solutions, but you've got to know how to ask ChatGPT in the right way. Say, look, this is the business that I'm doing. Ask me 10 questions about my business. Bang, it'll ask you 10 questions, right? ChatGPT is now very moderately trained on your business broadly. Now say, I want to automate processes on my business. I want to leverage technology for my business. And then it would tell you, it would give you ideas. Then you can start thinking about, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to build this out. It might cost you a little bit of upfront cost, that's fine. but look how much money you can make long term
Yeah.
for this. I mean, what was you talking about to me earlier about the McDonald's drive-thrus?
Or the automated one.
The automated one,
They've now made automated McDonald's. Well, I think it's just the one. I think it's just the one they've tried.
trial basis.
But this leads back to something we talked about before, about doing your job well. Right?
Yeah.
If you do your job well, you're going to be less likely to be replaced because you don't cause any problems.
By another human or technology.
Yeah, but we've all been to McDonald's. I'm not going to rant and rave. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Right?
We've all been a few chips short in the bag.
It's not even that, Johnny gets me. It's the fucking gherkins, Ryan.
I like the gherkins. I'll have your gherkins, bro.
How many times do you have to ask? How many times do you have to ask? No gherkins, right? It's not difficult. You're actually asking them to do less work. You're asking them to put one less thing in a burger, right? It's like asking someone to build a house, but don't worry about the roof, right? It should be easier than building a house with a roof because you're just leaving one thing off, right? They still get it wrong.
Easier.
The amount of times that I've had to stop myself going back through the drive-through to kick off, and just take the gherkin out and go, Alex, it's not worth it.
I don't want this shit.
It's not worth an assault charge. Get rid of the gherkin, right? If those people, because they're not stupid, right? I don't believe that anyone on this planet is...
It's complacency.
Yeah, it's stupid enough that they don't understand no gherkin, right?
No gherkin,
It's
yeah.
complacency.
It's complacency.
And it's just not paying attention.
If you're going to do your job, just do it the best
Yeah.
you can.
So...
no matter what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So what's going to happen is they're going to get inundated with complaints because I'm not a complainer. I don't go on TripAdvisor and go, McDonald's, hedge end, piece of shit,
I'm not
right?
that guy.
I don't that guy. Even if a meal comes out of a restaurant and it ain't that or whatever, just don't go back again, right? I'm not a complainer. But some people are. You get Karens all the time, right? Somebody will write enough complaints that will cause an issue at McDonald's, right? The people at McDonald's have got to the point where they're like, it would be so much easier if we spent an upfront cost now training these robots to do it. It might not pay itself back for 3 or 4 years. However, after 3 or 4 years, right, it's paid back because we haven't had to pay all these people wages. And then all those people are sat around going, oh, I've lost my job to a robot. Yes, but accountability, which is a massive thing in life. If you hadn't been so shit at your job,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have lost it to a robot.
You wouldn't have lost the robot
That's
in the first
it.
place. I have some
That's
stats.
Some stats. Oh no, right, here we go.
According to a 2024 drive-through study, the average order accuracy rate for fast food restaurants is...
I got no problem with Burger King or KFC, I just want to put it out there.
But this is a broad one, so they must have done it over all different restaurants. I did specifically type in McDonald's, but I have a percentage of accuracy. Now, you think this accuracy would most probably be high 90s, right? You're just putting food in a bag.
No, I'm going to say 60%.
That's more than 60%, Alex.
Like,
Imagine they got nearly half the orders wrong.
I've got to be honest. 10 times I go to McDonald's, at least 5 or 6 times it's wrong.
86% accuracy.
That's terrible.
That is bad. It says on there, this suggests they do have room for improvement. So,
That's shameful. If you're only 86% good at your job, getting
oh
correct.
my goodness, okay. I'm now on
It gets
TripAdvisor.
worse. It gets worse.
Why do McDonald's always get my order on? Is it so hard to listen to what the customer is ordering? I always end up with either bits missing or something I didn't order. Infuriating. As all I'd have to do is listen. Quick grub though. Not go too often, otherwise you'll be like a balloon.
If they, all they've got to do
2 stars.
is get an additional filter for the robots that the robot says hello to you when you pull up at the window to pay. Because half the time you pull up and they just go, hold the car shut, don't they? And you go, beep. It's like the most awkward interaction ever, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you look at them like,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
hi. And they're just like,
But
yeah.
usually they're actually multitasking. They're on the headset, taking an order, and they just take your money at the same time, don't they? But yes, the robots are replacing
Went off on that.
McDonald's drive-thrus. However, let's start with a trial one, right? Let's start with a trial one. Once that's what they're going to invest like over $1 million or something into
Yeah,
this.
of course.
But then when they look at the wages of how many McDonald's drive-thrus they have across the globe, which is
yeah.
going to be shitloads, their wage bills are more than $1 million a month. Hands down, like just for the drive-through operator, right?
Oh, yeah. And obviously, the initial startup cost of something is always more than the scale out.
Yeah.
Because it costs more to set up, test,
to work it
get
out.
it right, to
Once they've
to
got it
iron
on
out the
lock,
problems. Once they've got it on
easy.
lock, they're just going to roll that out.
And then do you know what they do? They'll ask AI, how can we make the system more smoother? They'll ask
Yeah.
itself because they can have the data, aren't they? And AI will say, well, at the moment, the robot's got to do a 360-degree spin to try and get that. If you move this trolley here instead, the robot can actually pick it 1.2 seconds quicker, which means over the 10 million burgers you sell a month,
Yeah.
you're going to be saving X amount of seconds.
And also, you've got to look at
It's crazy.
all the health and safety regulations. Oh, you can't put that there because someone might trip over it. A fucking robot ain't going to trip over nothing. So you can put stuff wherever you want.
I reckon they'd be hanging from the ceiling, I do, picking that up from the ceiling.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, that's what I reckon. They're not going to be on wheels driving around and shit.
Nah.
They'd run over loads of food and crap that falls on the floor.
They don't drop food. They're robots. They don't make mistakes, Ryan. Have you not seen Terminator?
We will see. We will see.
Come with me if you want to eat.
So you need to be looking at technology. You need to be taking it extremely seriously because it's here now.
Yeah.
It's replacing a lot of things around us in everyday life. Kodak, camera company, they used to do disposable films and used to be able to take a photo, get it printed in 24 hours. They owned 85% of the photography market. They nearly went bust. They're back on the scene now. They've finally got into digital cameras and printing. So what usually happens with humans, right, is they're doing something, then they start to see, hang on a minute, I'm not earning as much money as I was. Panic, shit, what's going on? Then they adapt.
But in reality, the income's been doing this
Slowly
for weeks and weeks
trickling
and
down.
weeks. But they don't worry about until it's at panic stations.
Yeah, panic. And then they start taking
A bit like the
action.
Titanic,
Yeah. God.
right?
Bit like the Titanic. Panic stations.
Panic
shit.
stations, and then it sank, and everyone died.
And everyone fucking died. Yeah. And that'll be your business if you don't embrace technology.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, guys, technology, you need to get on it quicker. Not when you think, damn, I best start moving into the technology space now because it's going to help my business be more efficient, run more quickly. I can collect more data. If I've got more data, I can look at different things in my business that is working good for me, which isn't working good for me. There's so many things that you can do. I mean, data is absolutely key, by the way, massively. I mean, there's those CCTV cameras out they put in the coffee shop. But actually, I don't think they did because I think there was a law that you weren't allowed to do it. And it scans,
But they
right?
tried, didn't they?
Yeah. How much productivity each worker is given out, right? It was scanning how long people were staying in the coffee shop and how much spend per person, what they were buying the most of, what they weren't buying. It's just analysing absolutely everything. I mean, what an incredible bit of data for a coffee shop, right? This sort of shit is here now. People will be using this.
But there's new speed cameras. Those new speed cameras are coming out.
Oh my God, the other ones, and they can see if you've got your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
I've seen those ones.
But not just that. They're not going to worry. They're
always wear my seatbelt.
They're not looking at you now if you speed past the camera. They're not even the average speed ones. What they do is they just track your whole journey, right? Your whole journey from A to B on all of the cameras. If at any point you went faster, then
so they know how long it would have taken in
minutes. That's it, bang. So it's like average speed,
but
everywhere.
Average speed, mate.
And the government wants to make money. That's what they're here to do.
Yeah,
right?
and they want to take it with us.
Exactly.
Take it with you.
So they are going with technology to make more money.
Giving out more speeding tickets, pay more money to them. They love it, don't they? Taking money off the little guys all the time. You got to think outside the box with this, though.
God damn it.
Get on ChatGPT, think about things. Think about how you can leverage technology to help you in your business. And you might be thinking, like I said earlier, you might be thinking, oh, but I can't. Yes, you can. You can do something. You've got to think harder. Work that brain.
Just as simple as it doesn't have to be something that is your job, right? If you don't like your job and you don't want to do that, fine. Find a way to monetize a hobby. Anything.
Definitely.
You know, you can do all sorts of things. There's people out there that are millionaires from selling fucking Pokemon cards.
That literally is.
So if you're telling me that you can't monetize your hobby, I don't know what else to say to you. I'll give up with you.
Put in the comments below what it is you want to do, what's your side hustle, what you're doing at the moment, what's your job. And then maybe on next week's podcast, we'll cut some ideas of how you could use technology.
Well, we'll ask technology to find out how you can use technology.
Literally that.
Literally that. That's all we're going to do.
We'll see you on next week's episode.
See you next week.